Today is Monday, April 13th, 2026. Let's take a look what do we have in the economic calendar for today. As you can see, not too many important data releases had been scheduled for release. Turkish retail sales and new Turkish retail sales are scheduled for release at 9 o'clock. At 11:30 we got new loans from China. ECB, the windows will give a speech at noon. Then we have data from the ECB, from the Eurozone as well. ECB, the windows will give a speech as well, 2:15. Building permits data from Canada are scheduled for release at 2:30, and the existing home sales, the highlight of the day, is scheduled for release at 4 o'clock together with the existing home sales. So very easy Monday. Without any further ado, let's switch to the charts. We start with euro dollar. So the euro dollar 4-hour time frame chart is looking quite interesting. What do we have here? The first thing that you will notice straight on is the gap here. So we gapped a little bit here to the downside. Let me just get my rectangle so I can show you guys this gap. This gap wants to be filled a little bit, so that's the open was here, of course, obviously, but it looks like the visible gap is still here to be covered. Now let's just take a look here at the local high. Last week high 1.17 1.1740. This is our technical resistance. Eventually we got another level that might be quite interesting here, which is this level here. Obviously, look at this, and this level is obviously technical resistance as well, the lows from the February 19th, right? Now technical support for that situation here, the technical support is located here. There's one, and the second one is located a little bit lower, roughly around this level here. Has it been tested? Almost this level here, right? So that's the technical support, 1.1640. So not very big gap to the upside. It might be covered very quickly without any problem. We will add some sort of the indicator here. I think that the RSI would be the perfect example of the indicator. There you go. The RSI, as you can see, is coming off the extremely overbought conditions on a 4-hour time frame chart as we moved towards the level of 57. Nevertheless, this is still a strong and positive RSI. We might see another movement to the upside with that RSI after the pullback is done. The same situation is on the pound. We got the gap here. Let me just place the rectangle to mark the gap. There you go. This is the gap, and the pound is already trying to fill the gap. For the new week, we got obviously the technical resistance. This technical resistance is located at 1.3483. Nevertheless, if we zoom out, as you remember, we got this very important line here. This is technical resistance that needs to be acknowledged as well. So very important. And one more level, one more line on the chart is, of course, the trend line. As you remember, this trend line had been violated. We used to have it like this, or before that we used to have it like this, but now let me just place it here, the old school fashion, and make it thicker so you can see what is the current situation, right? So this is our situation here. Let me just place the immediate technical support. As you can see, it has been tested as well, 1.3380. So that's the immediate technical support. And for this movement to the upside, we can see that another technical support might be located here around 1.3340. 5, so that's the technical support as well. Momentum coming off the extremely overbought conditions, almost at the level of 50 right now, 56 points. So right now not much is going on. The question is whether this breakout above the trend line will be continued this week or not. That's the question. US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Finally breakout to the upside, 160.47. Still the major technical resistance. We got some situation including this movement here towards 159.91, and there was one more. There was one more. Yes, the lower level here, which is obviously this 160.04. Right, so the upper levels, the levels for the upper range are here, done. Now the levels for the lower range, 157.52, that's the first one. The second one will be obviously here, 157.90. All right, and the last one is here. We can add one more to be more specific, so this is the one, right? So we are trading inside of the range, and now the question is whether this range is violated or not. Momentum 59 points, almost 60 points, quite nice, bouncing from the extremely oversold conditions, which is this level here. So next target is 160 and higher. Gold market, if we zoom out, right, remember this gold market A, B, C to the downside. So we need to mark this level here, we need to mark this level. All right, so that's the level here, and this is our target. All-time high 5,597. We got technical resistance level located here, wave B high, so that's the technical resistance, 5,413. and just recently we've been playing inside of a range, right? We got this bounce to the upside located here, 4,856 local technical resistance, 4,000. That was the level here, basically. There you go, 4,000, and that's why 4,602 technical support. Momentum below the level of 50, now 51, coming off the extremely overbought conditions. So very interesting situation here. Let me just place this ABC pattern to the downside. We might see this pattern to be evolving into something more serious, not a simple pattern, but maybe some other pattern as well. But for now, if this is completed, yeah, ABC to the downside, this should be impulsive, but it's not. So maybe the gold is correcting, still correcting and morphing into, developing into more complex and more time-consuming structure. S&P 500, swing high 7,011. So that's the technical resistance, obviously. There you go, and the technical support. If we could just move this one here, technical support will be located here. Remember this 6,311. Let's make it green. Okay, so this is our range. Okay, we retraced definitely more than 61% already. Last week's high is located roughly around here, this level, 6,844. So that's the technical resistance, and locally we will get this technical supports. For example, one of the supports will be located here. That's the support. The other one will be located roughly around here, and one more level will be located roughly around here, 6,462. Momentum is coming off the extremely overbought conditions. As you can see, we even have the bearish divergence on the 4-hour time frame chart. Right now we went as low as 56 points, 56 points. So there is still 5 points to the downside before we will hit the extremely the neutral level. Nevertheless, it looks impulsive. You can see this looks impulsive movement to the upside, right? So very interesting situation on the crude oil, on the S&P 500. And on the crude oil, we all know what's the situation with the crude oil and why it is like that. So there is no reason to basically to talk about it anymore. Now this is another local high here, so we got that situation. All right, so market might be willing to cover this level here, technical resistance at 109.5, before we will move lower levels, and technical supports are located roughly around 102.63. that's the internal one, and the lower one are here, 91.06, and I think I can place at least one more, which is here, and I think I can place at least one more, which is 76.73. So the situation doesn't look bad at all with all of this technical supports. I'm just wondering whether we can place some trend line. Well, not that bad. Let's leave it here. Okay, let's leave it here. Let's say if this trend line is being respected. If it's not, then we will remove it from the chart. 53 points on the RSI. RSI is increasing from the extremely oversold conditions. Quite nice movement to the upside. It looks like the market wants more, and when the gap is filled, we might see another movement to the upside. Bitcoin. Okay, we all know this range, right? We all know that the range here is between the lows from the February 6, 2020. 26. This is the low at $60,000, and we all know that just recently we broke above this level here. So let me just place that line here as a technical resistance, $76,000 basically. So this is our range. Let me just zoom out a little bit yet again. There you go. This is our range. Now recently we got the movement towards this level here. Let me just place this level yet again, 73,000 and something, right? And now the market is moving lower. We are coming off the extremely overbought conditions, now below the level of 43 points, 43 points only. So the local technical supports, there are here, there's plenty of them. We want Bitcoin to bounce from one of these technical supports so the bulls can continue the upside movement. Otherwise it's going to be quite interesting and quite difficult for the bulls to move higher. Let me just place this technical support. There you go, $65,000. Let me just make it like that. So this situation looks quite heavy for the Bitcoin, and even if we add this trend line here, let me just remove the magnet. Even if we add this trend line here, you can see there was a breakout above this trend line. We are moving higher. There is no trend line apparently roughly around here. We keep moving higher with this kind of a momentum. When the pullback is done, the outlook for the Bitcoin remains bullish. However, we need to take out this level here, $76,000. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.